Did you hear the news? Escoffier's coming back for a cooking contest.
Wait, seriously? Escoffier in a cooking contest? Now that I've got to see!
I don't get it. Why would anyone in their right mind challenge her to a cooking contest?
Mesdames et messieurs, welcome one and all to the Hôtel de Bord and to this most exciting of cooking contests.
Savannah, I brought the original copy of the codex you asked.
Monica?
In the interests of fairness, this contest will be conducted in a double-blind format. Once the labels will be placed out of sight underneath the plates, only to be revealed after the judges have sampled them and reached a final verdict.
As one of the judges, I promise to...
When my meal got interrupted yesterday, I never...
Both contestants have taken their positions. Then, without further ado, let the Hôtel de Bord cooking contest commence!
Monica, Traveler, it's go time. Let's do this. Even the best chef in the world can't flavor their food without prepping the flavoring, right?
Looks like our two head chefs are raring to go. Like an oven on full blast, this competition is quickly heating up.
That should be enough flavoring. Now hurry up and balance the flavors.
Come on, Escoffier! Come on, Traveler!
An inspired melange. Yeah, Alphonse!
What are you playing at? That's how I taught you to do it! Stop horsing around and do it again!
Yes, chef!
So, what do you think?
Escoffier is already on the final step of the recipe. Let's check on some.
The balance of flavors is about right. But the quantity is too low.
That's Escoffier's talent.
I present to you Gâteau de Bourg.
That was perfect!
We were like a flock of snowing geese, completely in sync, working gracefully and elegantly together. Great work, team.
Time's up! Contestants, please take your dishes to the back.
That guy was right.
We both made the same dish after all. For all her flaws, Savannah's a talented chef who earned my recommendation for good reason.
Whoa! This is really rather good.
Wonderfully soft and fluffy. Beautifully sweet.
I would give this one at least 9.9 out of... Only because there's something about the flavor of the
Huh? Really?
All right, on to gâteau number 2.
I have a feeling that this gâteau will...
How exciting!
Not just the sugar, it's the flavors too.
It appears the decision is unanimous.
And Paimon thought this might actually be close. Turns out she can't bake to save her life.
Something's not right here. Savannah.
I can now declare that the creator of the first
What? It's... Savannah?
No! That's
Hey, Savannah, you cheated! What did you do? Oh, you swapped the plate.
Well, someone's a sore loser. These cakes went from the oven to the judge. It was Van Gem's staff who labeled them in the kitchen. If you're looking to it, isn't it more likely that a scoff...
You take judges? Wait a minute.
That's enough! As head chef, or rather as team lead, I take responsibility. Savannah, I didn't think you'd stoop this low
I don't know.
If you want the Codex de Bourg,
Escoffier?
but you must promise me that you'll apologize to Firma.
It's a little late to be negotiating terms.
Look, Savannah, you may have fooled everyone else, but can you really fool yourself? But only on the condition that you promise to stop
Fine. I'll treat this as your So, will that be all, ex-head chef?
I didn't mean that to be a scolding from your former boss. Just a word of advice from a fellow chef and a friend. But I don't know if you're even open.
I know what I'm doing.
All right, fine.
Escoffier?
The Codex de Bourg. Final.
Escoffier?
How could you let her get away with it? Yeah! The Codex is...
It's all right. It was just a bake. Besides, it's not all bad. She agreed to compensate Firma. Honestly, if I'd have known that giving her the Codex would solve everything, I'd have just done that.
No. No! This doesn't make any sense!
Huh?
That's it? No secrets, no nothing? I don't believe it! This can't be happening.
Chef Savannah!
Savannah?
It's nothing life-threatening. Just a lot of...
Oh, I knew it.
Pent-up stress?
The truth is, however hard she might be on the rest of us,
Yes, there are nights when she makes us redo things over and over into the wee hours. She'll hide herself away in the kitchen, working on new techniques and recipes, and only...
But why?
our best guess is she doesn't want to be seen as...
And there... Even so, that's no excuse.
Yeah, and it's definitely no excuse.
About that, we honestly have no idea how she did it. We were...
Leone and Algalia were the ones I tasked with labeling the cakes.
Not to worry. Come on, join me downstairs.
Well, how is it?
Oh, this is aggravated assault on my palate. I'd rather eat wet.
Is it really that bad?
Oh, relax. This isn't your cake. Savannah never switched the plates. The offending flavors are coming from in between the icing and the cake base, which means, or in other words, we have a traitor in our midst.
I'm sorry. I was forced. It was Chef Savannah. She said if I didn't cooperate, she would...
Calm down, Monica. I've already accepted defeat. And if I want whatever's going on with you, just spill the beans.
I was the one who caused the food safety incident.
Food safety? Wait, you mean the Lumalene incident?
I think so. Savannah and I were on procurement that day. But I swear I didn't do it on purpose. I had no idea. But the last thing I expected was for Savannah to use...
This is crazy! So Savannah pressured you into sabotage.
I know, it's terrible. I thought Escoffier would hate my guts if she ever found out, and yet somehow that's ended up in me doing something even worse.
Seriously? Firstly, it's not like I got a life sentence. I did my stint at the fortress, and now I'm out. And secondly, I had my own reasons for leaving the Hotel de Boer. This wasn't the only fact, so you don't need to feel ashamed or frightened or anything like that. Any more than you need to add butter when you're pan-searing foie gras.
You mean... you forgive me?
Oh, well, I'm not saying you don't have to take responsibility for your mistakes. You should tell Vanagem to mark down your performance for the past few months. Then do some digging and find out Good. Now, back to Savannah. What about the original codex with
I have my suspicions.
What happened to me?
I've overheard some customers murmuring about how the Hotel de Boer hasn't been the same since Escoffier left. They think our menu doesn't taste like it used.
Now that you mention it, I noticed it during the but the difference was so small. I'm sure no one would notice it besides our
Still, as head chef, it's easy to see why So many times I've seen her make the cake base over and over.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
Thinking back on it now, it's clear that Savannah...
She wants to prove that she can fill Escoffier's shoes. But after countless setbacks, she's getting more. And at some point along the way, she switched from doubting herself.
Doubting Escoffier? For what?
Yeah, it would explain why she was bent on getting the original at any cost. Also, she could retain her place as the #1 chef in Fontaine.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Of course. Then she finally got the codex. Seeing how utterly wrong she was must have been a real shock to the system.
There's still one thing that doesn't make sense, though. She might not be on the same level as Escoffier, but surely after like 50...
You'd think so, but geniuses like Escoffier...
New head chef, you say? What's her name?
I wonder, can the Hotel de Boer keep its edge?
This tastes different from last time. Is it undercooked or something?
Take this. It's a copy of the Codex de Boer. From now on, you will be its keeper. Don't listen to the doubters. If I say you can do it, then Hey, did you hear me? Once I'm gone...
All this time, I've been blaming other...
I sincerely apologize for putting everyone out. Savannah's awake now. Let's give her the day to calm down.
In that case, I'll go and update for Ma and his family.
So, we'll come back tomorrow then.
Whew, that was a long day.
Oh, nice! Macarons? Or are you gonna...
Traveler, how much do you know about the snow-winged goose? Every year, they migrate long distances in search of a suitable home. There's always one. Fontaine poets often use the image of that goose to explore the ideas but what those poets don't know. Once the lead goose shows signs of fatigue, it retreats to the back of the... So, the truth is that leadership, with all... I guess what I'm saying is, cooking is a science, not magic. Given the same ingredients, of course, some people have a more sensitive palate than others, and some people are just born bolder or more conscious. I'd have no reason to expect so much from others if I believed that perfection... Okay, I've made up my mind. And come tomorrow, I'll give her the scolding of her life. Thank you for your words of encouragement. Genius?
Why are we here so early? Our meeting with Vanigem isn't for a while. Check on her? Why? What happened? Oh no. Escoffier, are you alright?
I'm fine. Just need to get some more coffee in me. Huh? What happened to my coffee? Did I really drink it all? Alright. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Well, there's cooking facilities here. Or we could just grab a cup of coffee from Cafe Lutece, but either way, hurry!
Coffee. Strong, bitter coffee beans, transformed through expert... I feel much better now. Thank you so much, Traveler and Paimon.
Glad to hear it, but make sure to catch up in your sleep.
I think I figured out where the problem lies.
Wait, what investigation?
I'll save it for when everyone else gets here. It's so stupidly small, I can't believe... Yes, except my failures were stepping stones to success.
Escoffier, have you seen Savannah?
Huh? No, not since...
After seeing her home yesterday, we were all a little concerned about how she was doing, only to find an empty house with the door. I left Alphonse and the others to keep watch at her home, while I checked the hotel door. If she's not here, then...
Boss, Escoffier, bad news.
Alphonse? You're supposed to be keeping...
We were, but then, just after you left, we found...
Oh, looks like a map with a...
Wait a second. This Of course, from the Codex. They're all places that Modestic... Yeah, but... I don't understand. The adventure...
The Codex de Bord? Then, this place marked in...
Seriously? So now she's set her sights on finding the original...
Ugh, idiot. Does she have a death wish?
Hold on. There's more. Besides the...
It was you. You let the Lumen... It sounds like a threat letter. Does this mean that Savannah was
Retrieve the Codex by any means. So the cooking contest and the cheating. Someone else was behind...
She's keeping the true...
Ugh, this is all such a mess. Paimon, first we thought that Savannah forced Monica to cheat in the cooking contest. But now, it turns out that someone else forced Savannah to
You're finally here. Of course. I should have put 2 and 2 together as soon as I read your threat letter. The foods, even the suggestion that Escoffier was keeping secrets from me. It was all part of your grand plan, wasn't it, Monica?
We should be getting close to the spot marked on the map.
Of all the stupid things she's done, this really takes the cake. The moment we find her, I'm gonna curse the living daylights out of her.
Whoa, this place looks like an underwater restaurant, doesn't it? Suddenly the idea...
I think Modeste's codex mentioned this place. A public bath from the time of Remor.
Huh? Some blubber beasts have come to join the party? Aw, they ran off!
That could be easier said than done. Something's
Well, did Modeste mention it in his adventure?
Good point.
We prepared a banquet for our shy little guests, and as the food flowed away on the current, they...
We have to feed the blubber beasts? See, this is why you should always bring snacks. You never...
There is no time for that. Romaritime flowers and Lumitoile will have to do. They may not look appetizing to...
wait...
A little amuse-bouche! Off to the freezer!
Blubber beasts or not, are we sure this stuff...
Trust me, they'll love it.
Oh, good question. If we try to put them in the pool, we'll probably...
Yes, we can't afford to wait for them to double back. Oh, what was it that Modest...
Hey, be careful! Scare them off too much and they might not come back again. Wow, it's really singing! It must taste better than Paimon thought!
Hey, give me your water.
Here.
I said your water, the one.
Sure.
All those years slaving away under Escoffier, and then you. Today, it's fine. Not only have I found the ruin that Savelli kept hidden, but I also get. Hey, go scout ahead for me. If we need to do any more blast tunneling, I want to know. Did you not hear me?
Why don't you do it yourself?
Oh, when did you learn to fight back? You're always so compliant when I give you instructions by letter.
That's because you threatened to expose me for the Lumiline incident. I swear.
Ha! Don't be so self-righteous. Admit it, you've always been jealous. You were terrified of her finding out about your part in the Lumiline incident, and you resented the way her So you jumped at the chance to convince yourself that she was the villain. That she First, idolization, then jealousy, suspicion, and self-deception. That's what this comes down to. It was the same story with Savelli and He offered Modestus friendship, only to murder him out of vanity. He promised to explore the world with him, only to later destroy all records of their adventures. It's a miracle I even found... So you see...
I am no Savelli.
Oh, put a lid on it. You really think you can absolve yourself if You didn't show any remorse when she left, or...
You're right. I don't deserve her forgiveness. But I am done being bullied into submission by you!
Ooh, feisty. But you...
I somehow doubt that. Since I poisoned both...
What?
Ever since I learned the truth. I've been biding my time, waiting for this moment. You've played me like a fiddle for so long!
But you drank it too!
It's what we both deserve. This is the price we must pay for betraying Escoffier. You'll die here with me, Monica!
You... Oh, you're too much. I thought I'd play a... I saw your dumb plan a mile off. There's no poison in these bottles, just clean.
No.
Revenge is a dish best served cold. You're a lousy chef, and you make a lousy villain, too.
Everything I ever did was a failure. And now...
Hey, why don't you try your hand at being a comedian in your next life? You should have just done like I asked, Savannah. All I wanted you to do was scout the ruins for me.
Stop right there!
Let her go, Mom!
Escoffier?
Ugh, looks like I'll have to keep you around for a little longer.
You can't!
Stay back if you want her alive! Escoffier and the Traveler. I can't take you both on in
Monica, what are you hoping to achieve by this?
A recipe. You chefs are all blinded by... Modeste had a secret. The truth behind his so-called genius. The je ne sais quoi factor and...
Are you serious? You're here...
I couldn't care less about the cake itself. No, the real he and Savelli were fools. A priceless treasure of... We're talking about a powerful stimulant that also sharpens the senses. That's That's right. I've done my research. It was a drug that Remoria developed for their war machine.
Will you listen to yourself?
My eyes are wide open. Just wait till I get my hands on this treasure.
Wait, what's that?
Just when I thought she couldn't get any crazier. She's lucky the whole place didn't collapse.
Uh-oh. Savannah's going to...
Monica must have taken her. Oh, what a coward. She's only taken her hostage because she knows that she's no match for you.
That's true. Even if she finds the
Oh, well, our path's been blocked, so let's look for another route. The water... That's strange. These don't look Romorian to me. More like last century Fontaine.
Adventurers from last century Fontaine, huh?
By the looks of it, this was a one-person camp. They adventured together, but maybe one of them came back. You really
trust our adventurers' instincts. We're pros at this stuff, just like you're a pro in the kitchen. Okay, well, the Traveler has more adventuring experience overall, but Paimon's definitely a... Darn it! Paimon was just about to show off her rummaging...
Huh, no kidding. Are all adventurers so obsessed with journaling? I mean, I guess I take a lot of notes.
Anyway, let's find out who was here.
It's been years since I've last visited these ruins. It's exactly the way I remember it. This place probably hasn't changed in millennia. Sadly, up above. The treasure of Remoria. That's what we used to call it. Modeste was right about its potential. It turned Gâteau de Bourg into... Our limited stock of the substance meant that the Gâteau could only... He was praised as a genius. Modeste tried his best to console me, but I knew better than anyone just how... Our conversations grew scarce, and we saw less and less of each other. I didn't fight it. He had new friends, and I told myself that maybe one day, when I've put these feelings of self-loathing behind me, I'd be able to ask. Unfortunately, that...
So it was Savelli. From the sounds of it, he came back after
I always thought it was just a legend. But if it's true, then this must be the place where they found...
In that case, what does that say about the death of Modeste? If it's all true...
The taste of Gâteau de Bourg has changed. Modeste was convinced of this. Being the perfectionist that he was, he refused to accept even the slightest flaw in his work. He stopped all sales, but as he baked and taste tested over and over again, he found he only strayed further and further from the original. It was only when he was sipping on coffee one day and realized he could not taste the bitterness that the truth finally dawned on him. The treasure of Remoria stimulates the senses, taste included, and invigorates the spirit. In hindsight, it made perfect sense. After all, why would a culture that, over the course of his many culinary experiments, Modeste exhausted the remaining supply of the treasure of Remoria? The finest culinary talent of his generation now faced a future in which he would never be able to taste anything ever again. And because we had become estranged, I could not be there to stop him, to offer some words of comfort. Yet despite everything, he sent me...
The treasure of Remoria? Guess Monica was really onto something. It really was a kind of drug.
So, Modeste chose to end his own life. Then, why all the rumors that Savelli murdered him? Also, neither the Codex nor any other contemporary records make any mention of the treasure of Remoria.
Modeste told me everything in his final letter. His was a tale of how even a genius could fail. Did he hope I would gain some personal catharsis from knowing the truth? Or maybe he wished for me to warn the... But if the public ever learned how Modeste's greatest triumph became his undoing, what would be his legacy then? How would future generations view everything we built together? I fear the scorn I have faced these last years would pale in comparison to... I cannot let that... I will do what I must. It may lead his family. I would rather the world believe a tale of genius and jealousy than see his reputation in tatters. The final loose end is the evidence here. At the bottom of the sea.
Huh? What's wrong? Didn't we say some...
So we thought, but if Monica finds out what happened to the treasure, there's...
The treasure of Remoria. I have found you at last. Savelli, you tried your best to bury the truth, but you underestimated the children of Modeste. But I have to thank you too, Savannah. Without your help retrieving the code... But now, finally, the secret to Remoria's military might is within my grasp. The treasure of... Oh, it's... empty. It's...
Monica? Oh,
Escoffier? What's...
Savelli's final act! He wanted to conceal the secret of the treasure forevermore, and so he came here after his friend's death and destroyed every...
This can't be happening! All the years all that for an empty...
Monica, don't do anything stupid! This...
Oh, shut your pie hole!
Praise me, you barbarian.
She's a nutcase! A liability to herself and everyone else! Well, now it's up to us to clean up the mess she's made. Take these golems out! No recipe, no problem. Yeah. A dash of frosting.
Why is this place still shaking? Either way, it's all her fault. Enough chit-chat. Let's get out of here. Traveler is
Okay, I'm coming.
Oh, no you don't. If I can't get what I want, neither will it. I've got nothing to show for my life's work so far. But if I can take another so-called genius down with me in my final moment, then it was all worth it.
You're a psych...
When did you...
I may be a lousy chef, but it looks like I'm not a complete waste of space.
Traveler?
Escoffier! Savannah!
Traveler! And Paimon!
Venegem? What are you all doing?
What did you expect us to do? Stay at the restaurant and sit on our merry derrieres?
We had to do something, even though that something ended up being...
I don't deserve any. It was my fault Escoffier had to leave. Then I couldn't live up to her standards. Come back, Escoffier.
Okay, so everything I said to you the day I left, it just went in one ear and out the other?
Huh? Sorry, I was kinda in my own head at the time.
Forget it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I didn't leave this job because if you were that bad, why would all your staff show up here for you?
Escoffier's right. Sure, you nitpick our work and get us to do things over a lot, but when it comes down...
Things were pretty rough after Escoffier left, and Savannah's the only reason we've been able to...
Our customers know that Escoffier doesn't work for us anymore. But at the end of the day, we're all human, and we all make...
No, I get what you're saying, but...
Well, about that, there's someone else...
It's been a while, Chef Savannah.
Firmal? I'm so sorry, I put far... But... I'm too late, aren't I?
Actually, I think I'm going to be...
Huh?
We thought Firmin's problem was purely psychological in nature. But after the threat letter came to light, it got Firmin thinking. And then he remembered, and as it turns out, she was...
No way! Doesn't that cause...
It can. High doses pose a risk of serious nervous and sensory complication. A small dose might simply make a person more emotional.
No wonder it seemed like you'd lost...
I asked my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute about it. They said that with the low dose I was taking, the risks are pretty small. Well, there's...
You mean...
Oh, so that's why Savannah's been...
Let's not be too quick to blame everything on the Lumiline. That stuff can only amplify what's already there. So tasty... So you better make sure you reflect...
I will. I'm sorry. There's still one question that's really bugging. Is it just...
It's because the heating element in your oven is broken.
What?
Huh?
I felt like something was off during the cooking contest. Once I got around to checking all the equipment, I noticed it right away. There was a half-degree discrepancy. All the ovens in the whole kitchen had the same problem, which confused me at the time, but by this point, it's pretty obvious. I would have figured it out the day of the bake-off, since the issue affected both our teams. But of course, Monica sabotaged mine so that...
No. I spent so long trying to find out where I was going wrong, and then you pinpoint the... It all comes back to one simple, undeniable...
Oh, cut it out! Stop the woe is me act for a second and... Do you know how long I spent perfecting my Gâteau de Bourg? 3 years! 3 whole years! I know this dish inside out, back... And you've been head chef now for what? 6 months? If that? A couple hundred failed attempts, and you clearly have no idea how many... Genius or not, everyone makes mistakes. You're only a lousy chef if you don't face up to your mistakes. Surely you haven't
I haven't...
That's our...
Ha-ha! Sounds like we won't need another...
What a perfect ending to a...
So you got your mojo back?
Yeah. Thanks to you, Escoffier.
Friends again! So nice to see them finally settle their beef.
Good. So now that's out of the way. It's time for payback. You cheated in our last bake-off, and I demand a rematch.
But that was mostly Monica's fault.
Right. And also, does it have to be right now?
No excuses. This is a cooking contest between 2 top chefs, so grab your spatula and get ready, because this rematch is
Hey! So, this whole time you were salty about losing?
The second cooking contest commences now!
This time, no more games, and no holding back!
I feel like I don't have the right to be here.
Hey, what are you so afraid of? You can't unbake it now. And if you don't serve it, then good or bad, you'll never find out how to improve. If you're too scared to fail, you'll never know what real success tastes like. So?
Embrace your failure. Taste it. Digest it. That's the way to success.
I don't know. Sounds like it's easier said than done.
I'll do it.
The results are in! A landslide victory!
Quite rightly, too.
Oh yeah, look at that! Savannah looks pretty chipper too.
Now, where were we? I thought Navia would have filled you in. And actually, I said all this to Savannah before I left. I had 2 reasons for leaving. One was the food safety incident, of course. But the other was that the Hotel de Boer had reached a point, so I decided to step down.
Improve how?
Well, a while back, I got to know a fellow chef from Liyue, and in her, I saw so many new possibilities. She has that same adventurous spirit that Modeste and Sibeli had in their youth. Slime mucus, lizard tails, there's a whole world of new flavors out there waiting to be explored, hiding. Case in point. Remember those Romaritime flowers down in the ruins?
What? Paimon?
Half of the art of cooking is dissecting the recipes, and the other half, it lies in freeing your...
Uh-oh. Paimon's suddenly not sure she wants to try your cooking and... Hey!
Don't worry, it's not going to be a free-for-all like in Modeste's time. In the meantime, take this. It's a recipe for Petit Gâteau de Boer revived...
All right!
Oh, of course. I've already promised Vanisham that I'll come back every once in a while to make sure...
You know, Paimon's still a Surely Monica wouldn't have gotten drawn in so deeply if she practically dedicated her life to finding the lost pieces of Modeste's diary.
Since you mentioned the treasure, between Modeste, the so-called treasure of Remoria was most likely a substance that the Remorians...
Huh? So then, why all the...
Don't forget, it was a very different era. We could barely even refine sugar back then. And as for the Lumiline, it may well have been somewhat valuable in ancient times. Even if Sibeli hadn't destroyed it all, I doubt it would be...
So after all that, there was nothing. Feels strange to say it, but Paimon almost feels sorry for Monica. She sacrificed it all.
Hey!
Huh?
You just got back from that underwater ruin, right? Well, check it out. They ran a special issue. Did you see anything like this down there? Freshly unearthed from the... Experts say it has immense artistic and...
Wait! Isn't that the jar they used the whole...
If only it was still in one piece.